Good morning guys, it is the 6th of January and 7:30 a.m. and probably some negative degrees outside, but we are going to DMZ.
Line, we decided to make the new line. That is MDL, Military Demarcation Line. It is the current border. And it's about 250 kilometers, 155 miles. And there is no barbed wire fence along with the border. Just every 200 meters we put metal sign post saying that MDL, written in English, Korean, and Chinese. And from the border, if there's one border, then North Korea there, South Korea always have a fight. So we needed a buffer zone. So from the border, 2 kilometers to north, there's a northern limit line with the fence. 2 kilometers to south, southern limit line. So southern limit line also with the fence. 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers, and it's about 907 square kilometers. That area we call it DMZ, demilitarized zone. So no military facility should be inside there.
So we are traveling with this company called VIP Travels. I'll link the details down in the description box below. We are at our first pit stop for today, which is a park, which is symbolic because people come here who have been separated from their families, and a few members have been in South Korea and the rest of the family is in North Korea, so they come here to remember them and pay their respects because this is very close to the DMZ. Also, there is a freedom bridge behind me, which people used to cross over to the South Korean side during the partition. So our tour guide Amy told us that around 12,000 people walked over this freedom bridge to come to the South Korean side during the partition.
There are 4 tunnels that we have found made by North Korea, and we are going to go to the 3rd one. And actually we assume that there are more than 20, but we just haven't found them yet. So later if you see some tunnel, please let me know so that I can report. So we're going to go to the 3rd one, which was found in 1978, and in South Korean side 435 meters. So it's 73 meters below the ground, which means very deep down there. So we made our tunnel, intersection tunnel, made by South Korea. So first, we're going to walk through the tunnel that was made by us, right? But once you get to the tunnel that was made by North Korea, 2 meters in height, 2 meters in width, and some points are at 150 meters. So you need to bend down your body. And to all the way end, if you go all the way to the end of the tunnel, you're very close to the border. You're just about 170 meters away from the border. But don't worry, you're not crossing the border today. There are 3 blockades there, very thick, hard. So you're gonna go all the way and then come back.
So that behind me is the entry to the 3rd tunnel. So we were inside, and when you go up to the north side of the tunnel, you are directly under the DMZ, that is the demilitarization zone. So the North Korean part of the tunnel is very narrow and it is steep, and if you see the slope is pointing towards North Korea, so that the water flows towards the north from the south. And you see these dynamite holes which are pointing towards the south side, and like our tour guide Amy told us that when the North Koreans were confronted, why did you build the tunnel? They said that they were digging coal mines, whereas there was no trace of coal inside, and they just put up some black substance on the wall to make it look like that it was coal.
To go to our second stop, which is Dora Observatory. So at the observatory, what you can see is North Korea. So North Korean territory. So North Korean mountains, North Korean villages, factories, and through the telescope you can see North Korean people too. Many of my guest decks are North Korean people riding a bike or working in the rice paddy there. So you can see that.
Flags, and there is the village and the factories, the blue buildings.
통해서 거기 아까 우리 만났던 데 PX 있는데 거기 아니야?
아니야. 여기 나 GP 들어가는데.
아 그래?
We are at the Dora Observatory Center, wherein there are telescopes to see towards the northern side of Korea, and you can clearly see the North Korean flag and the propaganda village towards the other side. We saw a lot of things through the telescopes, like residential buildings, factories, but we did not spot any people or vehicles moving on the other side. It was very strange. And earlier there used to be like this kind of competition between the both sides as to who plays the loudest music or who has the highest flag. So North Korea side has installed the highest flag now, and they have stopped like the music Cold Wars. It's very funny, but also all this is very strange and interesting to know.
Our last stop, which is Dorasan train station, but it's like symbolic place for unification because that is the northernmost train station located in South Korea, and all the train railroad is already connected from South Korea to North Korea, North Korea to China, China to all the way Europe. So it's already connected. So what we have to do is unification. So once we unify, then they can open the station, and then we can take a train to go to North Korea. So all the way to France, they said it takes about 8 days. 8 days.
So we are at Dorasa, which is the last train station here in South, and the railroad joins the north and the south part, which is for now blocked obviously. So a lot of people have given donations to make this station, mostly the people who have families in the north. So let's go check it out. We are late for the bus.